Hi everyone, this is Julie at Tealgate Studio, and today I wanted to show you how I made the wildflower crown that Hannah wore in her beautiful photo shoot last week. I'm here with my friend Marco. He's the studio dog at times. So anyway, before I get started, I did want to take a moment and say thank you for all the people who took the time to comment and like my post yesterday when I talked about being published in Cincy Chic. It was a real exciting time, and I'm so honored that you took the time to say congratulations. It means a lot to me. Okay, so to make the flower crown, to get started, just need a few items. Floral wire, which you can pick up at any craft store, and a pair of scissors. For my crown, I used Queen Anne's lace that I gathered in our pasture. Queen Anne's lace is wild carrot. It's a biennial plant, and it's in the second year that it sends up these little florets, and then later it'll set seed and for next year's plants. I also use for the base of my crown this plant. It's called Silky Bush Clover. It grows in our pasture, and I just knew it would make a beautiful base for the crown, but I went ahead and sent a picture of it to my friend Nancy Ogg at Shady Grove Farm, and she is a plant expert, and she tells me that Silky Bush Clover is an introduced forage crop. It's a legume like clover and alfalfa, so it's really high in protein, and it's really good for your livestock. I know our goats do like it. So, to get making the flower crown, the first thing you want to do is I use the base of this Silky Bush Clover to make the frame or the form for my crown. If you don't have Silky Bush Clover, you could use sprigs of rosemary if you wanted something really fragrant, or you could use a supple pieces of branch off a tree or bush, or even pipe cleaners would work if you didn't have access to this. I like it because it's available and it looks really pretty. So the bottom of this stem is kind of woody, so I'm going to want to cut it so that I'm working with a soft, supple branch to make the form of the crown. I cut a couple of these earlier, and you want to use your floral wire to begin wiring these together. So I'm going to put it here and just use the floral wire and wrap around to secure the form together. And you want to secure it nice and tight. Then the next step is you're going to take and either size it to you or to your model who's going to be wearing the crown. This would be a little bit small for me now, but it would make a nice size for a child. So I'm going to go ahead and just wire some flowers onto this. You take another piece of your floral wire, then you're going to come around and secure it so that you have a nice base to begin working with. Again, this would be like a floral crown for a little girl. The next step is you want to take your flowers, your Queen Anne's lace, and you're going to want to cut these so that the branches, so you have about 1 to 2 inches of stem to work with. So to make this quick, I'm just going to do this off camera. There you go. I went ahead and cut them so they're nice and small, but giving me enough a stem to work with. You take pieces of your floral wire. You can go as long or as small as you want. I tend to use bigger ones when I'm working on them myself, but for the demonstration purposes, I'm going to just go with the shorter ones. And you start, and you're going to come in, you're going to bring the Queen Anne's lace, you're going to position it so it's the flower is facing outward. Then you're going to come around with your floral wire, and just to begin to secure that flower to the base that you've made. You're going to continue. You're going to bring your next piece of Queen Anne's lace around next to the flower, next to the other one, and begin wrapping that one around. There you go. And you're going to continue in that manner, just adding flowers, making sure they're facing outward so that you have, a nice outward facing crown. And you're going to continue to work all the way around your flower crown. So there you go. So you work all the way around. And then you end up with a nice finished round crown. This is made with one layer. If I wanted it to be fuller, like I did in Hannah's shoot, I would go ahead and take a second layer that I'd make, and you'd begin to wire that on top of the existing crown to make it as full as you need it to be. Now these keep pretty well. I made mine for the shoot the night before, and then I just dusted it, sprinkled a little bit of water on it, and put it in a plastic bag and stored it in the refrigerator, and it looked really nice for the shoot. These would be beautiful for a little flower girl, for a late summer wedding, or even for an outdoor bride. They would also make a nice centerpiece for a summer dinner if you wanted something special that you'd collected yourself from outside in the fields. Again, these grow, you see these a lot on roadsides, in fields and pastures. They are pretty plentiful. As always, I don't think you have to worry about overcutting them, but I always leave a few blossoms behind to make sure that I have more Queen Anne's lace for next year. So that's how you make the flower crown. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to learn more about Tealgate Studio, please check out my website on www.tealgatestudio.com. I also have a YouTube channel, Tealgate Studio, that shows behind the scenes videos of the photo shoots that I do. So that's it for today. I hope you have a great day, and remember, keep being in the picture. Bye-bye.